In just 3 months from launching the Realme XT, Realme decided to launch the Realme X2. So in order to find out if they've improved the camera, I decided to compare it with the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So let's see how it goes. So first let's talk about the selfie cameras. So in low light, since Realme has an AMOLED panel, it's producing a much brighter flash, hence the reason why more of my face is illuminated in Realme X2's image. And also if you notice in this picture, thanks to the brighter flash, the colors are more punchier as well. Other than that, both produced great selfies in low light. Now coming to the outdoor shots, this picture is taken under bright sunlight. Both images are overexposed, but Redmi Note 8 Pro did a much better job of managing exposure levels. And in this image as well, Realme X2's image is completely overexposed and Redmi did a much better job with exposure levels. The same is the case with portrait shots as well. Now this is an image which is not taken under bright sunlight. So as you can see, Realme X2's image is much better here. So I wouldn't recommend taking selfies with Realme X2 in harsh lighting conditions. Now coming to the indoor selfies, in this image Redmi Note 8 Pro looks more detailed, and one thing that's constant across this comparison that I noticed is that Redmi Note 8 Pro has a warmer color temperature and Realme X2 has a cooler color temperature. With portrait shots, edge detection is great on both the phones, but if you look at the image here, Realme X2 is still struggling with exposure levels while Redmi Note 8 Pro did a good job of managing exposure levels, just like we talked about with the outdoor selfies. If you look in the background, the color of the paint looks washed out in Realme X2 selfie, whereas it's accurately represented in Redmi Note 8 Pro selfie. So this is the video from the Redmi Note 8 Pro. So it's recording in 1080p at 30 frames per second. How do I sound? And let me know what do you think about the quality of the video. Let me know. This video is from Realme X2, and how do I sound and what do you think about the quality? Let me know. Looks like from the Realme XT, the dynamic range seems to be better on this device. What do you think? Let me know. So judging by the videos from the selfie camera, Redmi Note 8 Pro has much richer audio, whereas the stabilization on Realme X2 is far superior than Redmi. Like, it's so smooth. If only it has the audio quality of Redmi Note 8 Pro, it would have been perfect. Moving to the night mode, Realme took multiple shots while capturing night mode, something it didn't do previously, but the results are the same as they were with the Realme XT, which is Realme's images has no noise but they're blurred out and colors also look boosted, whereas Redmi's images are noisy but has good amount of detail. Next, when it comes to macro photography, Realme X2 has no chance here because just compare both these images. Realme X2 just can't go as close as Redmi does, and if you do, you're left with this blurry image. Looks like nothing is improved here on Realme's part since Realme XT, which is kind of disappointing. Now moving to rear camera, this is a portrait shot, and for some reason Redmi Note 8 Pro has a haze on its image, which is weird, and Realme X2's image is pretty good. Coming to this shot, the colors are more punchier on Realme X2, so if that's something you like, then Realme X2 is a better choice. Edge detection on the other hand is great on both the phones. Moving to indoor shots, in this image colors look washed out on Redmi, but Redmi's image is really sharp, but Realme's image is better in terms of colors. Moving to the wide angle shots, judging by these images, Realme X2 captured a more wider field of view. Not to say that Redmi Note 8 Pro's images aren't great, but with Realme X2 you can capture more of the environment. So taking a look at 64 megapixel image, Realme X2 produced an overall much better image in terms of detail and dynamic range, and there seems to be a pinkish tint in the bottom left and right corners in the Redmi Note 8 Pro's image, which instantly makes Realme's images better in my opinion. Coming to HDR shots, Redmi sort of matches the Realme's dynamic range. This is the reason why phone manufacturers should give HDR by default.
Next, when it comes to video, Realme has better video as it has stabilization in 1080p 30fps and 60fps, whereas Redmi only has it with 1080p 30fps. 4K footage also looks better on Realme, but you cannot shoot macro video on Realme, whereas Redmi is capable of shooting macro video. But apart from macro video, Realme is more capable device of the two while shooting video. Realme also has this super steady mode which makes the already stable footage even more stable. So judging all these aspects, if you have a Realme XT, then there's no reason to upgrade to Realme X2 if camera is your top priority. But if you want to choose between Redmi Note 8 Pro or Realme X2, it all comes down to what you need, because in some instances Redmi is better and in other instances Realme is better. Like, do you need a macro camera that's as good as Redmi Note 8 Pro? Then go for Redmi. If video is your top priority, then Realme should be your choice. If you are a selfie addict, then Redmi Note 8 Pro is a better option. So it all comes down to your personal preference. Now, I've mentioned quite a few times that certain aspects are not improved since Realme XT. So if you're wondering how, then watch the comparison that I made here and I'll see you in that video.